As I've been reading about Jesus a lot more today, um, it's kind of painful, and I think he knows why it's painful for me to read things like when he healed the blind man instantly, when he healed the leper. You know, if anything Jesus knows about me throughout most of my life, I've wanted him to heal me like that. My whole life, I've wanted him to heal me like that because I knew I needed to be healed. I knew I needed to be healed. You know, I was, you know, kind of messed up, I guess. but, um, but yeah, that really hits me because when Jesus came to help me, I didn't think there was a Jesus before that. You know, I was pretty sure there was no God, no Jesus before uh, Jesus came to help me. Um, and it's hard to explain how he did that. He did it through many ways, through different people, plus fighting things that were uh, going on in my mind. You know, like I was totally submitted by the enemy mentally. You know, um, but it's kind of hard to explain that to people. I know that, but um, but anyways, he never he never healed me like I wanted him to, like the blind man, like the leper. You know, not even close. He didn't heal me or help me like those two cases. Not even close. And it's painful to read that, you know, because I always wanted to be healed like that by Jesus. That, you know, that quickly, you know. But um, but instead he chose to uh, do things with me a totally different way, totally different way, and a longer way, you know, which has sucked. But um, but I will say that through it all, I've been through the trenches with Jesus. I feel like we've been through the trenches, the deep trenches together. So I feel like I understand him on a totally different level than most people. Totally different level. Because of that, we've been in the depths of hell together. Literally, we've been in the depths of hell together to climb up to this point. you know. Um, so I know I so I talk about him differently. I know him differently because of that. You know, I'm not. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not one of those people that like kind of know him from a distance. I feel like I've been through the grind with him. You know, the deep grind. Um, and I'm not just like when I went to the Christian church tonight again, because I think he wants me to go to that. I'm pretty sure he's been guiding me there. So I went there tonight, and people were just praising Jesus with their hands in the air, and I guess that's fine, but to me it's kind of weird, and I think God knows. I think it's weird, you know, because I don't know. I don't know. But I think it was God's intention to me for me to see Jesus on a whole different level than most people, a deep level, a deeper level than most people, because we went through hell. We went through hell together, uh, for sure. But I kind of want to get to a point where I'm not going through hell, you know, and I think he knows that I don't want to be going through hell anymore, suffering anymore. And I also think he knows, well, I know he knows that I'm pretty afraid, in this position I'm in. I'm pretty afraid, you know, because I'm like way out away from everything, it feels like, and it's just like it's hard to explain. Like, I'm at a point where, like, if, God wants me to do something, help him, for real, and I admit I don't care about um, God God's followers that much. I admit that like I don't care as much as God does. You know what I mean? So he wants me to help him because he cares about you guys. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It's not really me that has the caring ability that God has. So he wants me to do this for him, basically, because he cares. That's the gist I get. It doesn't matter how I feel. Like, he knows I don't really care about being here that much. I want a better life, but um, he knows I don't really care about people like he does. And I'm honest about that. Like, I care about some people, but as a whole, I don't care like God does. So I'm just being honest about that. So I'm mainly doing this for uh, because he cares, basically, not me. So, anyways, but I think he wants me to get to a point where I care about um, his believers, his followers. You know what I mean? Basically, because I don't care about his followers like Jesus does. You know what I mean? Just being honest. But anyways, I hate to say it, like I don't have the caring that they do, you know, that God does, Jesus does. I don't have the caring for his followers, his sheep, I guess you call them. But um, just haven't developed it. You know, just I'm still kind of more afraid of people, to be honest. You know, because I know what they're capable of. You know. But anyways, but he knows that I'm just kind of just at a point where I'm afraid. I'm not sure what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I always thought this too. I'm like, why does God want me to do this? Why doesn't Jesus just come down and do this? Lead the people out of Egypt, basically, himself. Why doesn't he just do that? Why is it so important for me to do it instead of Jesus doing it, you know? He's the one that everyone wants. He's the one that everyone wants. You know what I mean? Not me. So I'm just like, shit. But it doesn't matter what I think. But I kind of like, as I've been watching like the movie The Prince of Egypt, I'm not sure if God wants me to do kind of a Moses thing, help people get out of oppression towards a promised land, a better life type of a thing. Maybe that's it, you know, from abuse, from oppression, from all that. Get them, help his people get away from that to a better land, a better place. Maybe that's what he wants me to do is help people that have been oppressed get away, get to safety, you know, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get away, get to safety, stay and safe, you know, rebuild myself, you know, try not to look back, which is tough. But anyways, I'm just like, I mean, I know damn well, uh, never mind. I'm not even gonna say it. I bitch too much on this path. I've kind of part of this path. I've been kicking and screaming, you know, in a way. Just kind of, I'm staying alive, but I'm not really doing what God wants me to do. You know, like that's kind of how I've been. Like in the back of my mind, I know God wants me to do something for Him, but I'm just living my life as if, as if He doesn't, as if I don't know that. You know, but but even I know if God helps you out, He's going to ask you to do something for Him eventually. For Him blessing you, basically. He'll want you to help Him, and I know that. So hopefully that's what I'm doing for Him, the best I know how. Um, but anyways, just it hits my heart, you know, when I read about when Jesus healed people instantly. It just breaks my heart, you know. and he knows that. He knows I wanted to be healed quick, very quick, but I wasn't. Not even close. I've had to really climb from the depths of the trenches with them, one day at a time. You know, but and that's another thing. I just gotta focus on one day at a time and not get too ahead of myself. Um, Not really try to predict how this will go or that kind of thing. Or if things go south for whatever reason, you know. But I'm hoping God keeps looking out for me, looking over me as I keep going. That's my hope. That's my prayer, that He keeps looking out for me as I keep going. You know, because it is kind of a scary road. You know, to walk away from your whole family. You know, injured, walking away from your whole family injured. You know, like I am, disabled basically. Who wants me to walk away from everything injured? You know what I'm saying? Injured in many ways. You know, he wants me to walk away despite that, and hope things work out somehow. Depend on God somehow for everything. Um, but anyways, they asked me at the Christian church, they're like, "So what made you come here today?" I'm like, "Well, to be blunt, I'm pretty sure Jesus guided me here. Um, so I came in to check it out, you know, 'cause I'm, I feel like He guided me here." And you know how it was weird, you know how like I'm talking about Jesus like He's a real person, like I know He is, but it seems like people still think He's just part of a story in a book. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And like, I don't know, but I guess, and I know they haven't gone through the trenches with Him, so they don't know for sure that there is Jesus. But I just got that feeling, just like they still think he's he's just some name in a book. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just some story. You know what I mean? It almost is like they don't really, 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 really think Jesus is real. You know, that's just what I sensed. but um, but anyways, um, but yeah, hopefully I'm doing the right things and what I'm supposed to do. But I feel like I'm walking the path that's required of me. You know, but I have to say, like being in a religion, even a Christian religion, was kind of triggering. You know, because I hated my upbringing, being in church, and God knows that. I hated all that shit. You know, sitting in church all those years. So it was kind of triggering, but I do feel like I was supposed to be there. So, um, but anyways, another thing I learned that's obvious, as I try to learn more about Jesus than I know about him so far. Uh, is that he's a better person than me. He's a lot better person than I am. Point blank. Point blank. He's a better person than me. By far. So, kind of rubbed in my face a little bit, but oh well. But anyways, like, it's kind of weird to read about um, him healing the blind man now after he's helped me a ways. You know, it's kind of interesting. Instead of like when I've read about the blind man in the past, uh, before I realized Jesus was helping me. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels different, you know, in a way. But I don't know. But he knows damn well I always wanted to be healed like that. He knows damn well. Heal me instantly. You know, get me out of pain. Heal me instantly, basically. But no, gotta go the long way um, to be healed. I'm sure there's a reason for all that, you know, a purpose for all that, but it's still painful. You know? But anyways, some I thought about as well when I've been watching movies about Jesus as well as I'm trying to learn more. Um, um, in the movie Risen, there's a part where Jesus is talking to the Tribune guy that that saw him be crucified, basically, and basically he's talking to him as uh, he's back from the dead, you know. Um, so the Tribune guy is in shock that he's talking to him, and he's alive again, you know. Jesus is alive again. He's in shock, you know. And Jesus is like, you see, and still you doubt. Imagine the people that never see. That's what that's what they face. Imagine what they face, you know. And that's kind of how I feel. It's just like I don't feel like I've really seen him, but I know he exists more than the average Joe, for sure. And I still doubt. I still get discouraged. I still lose hope, despite knowing that he exists. Despite knowing that, I still doubt. I, you know, so it kind of reminded me of myself. Like I still lose hope. I still, even though I know he exists, you know, because I don't understand him totally. I don't, you know, I don't know if I can trust totally, even still, you know. But um, but anyways, it's all about faith. There's this thing about faith. That's what it's always about, you know. You gotta follow without seeing all the time, you know, or ever. Just gotta have faith and be blind about it. There's some benefit to the faith thing that I don't get, that I'm supposed to figure out. You know, you know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to figure out this benefit of faith. Why it's beneficial to have the factor of faith. You know, I mean, why can't we just all know? You know what I mean? Why not? Why can't we just all know? Have just God show Himself. Why not? That's what I always thought. Why all this hiddenness? Why all this hiddenness? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It seems like, to me, growing up, it seemed like God wanted to be so hidden that people didn't believe He existed. You know what I'm saying? And I fell into that group as well. Like, He was that hidden to everybody, to me. You know. Ugh. But anyways, um, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Um, I hope, like, if I, if I continue to walk this road forward, that I really hope I'll be looked after. I really hope, because if not, I'm screwed. Because I'm putting my full trust in God that He'll watch out for me from here, from here on out. Basically, which is a big, big step for me. But anyways, I guess that's all I'll say for this video.